You know, over the past few years, especially since the start of the pandemic, our region has seen an increase in teen violence.
It's been a trend that we've seen nationwide as well. So today, the United Way partnered with the district attorney's office, looking into ways to address the root cause of the violent problems.
To discuss such an important issue in our community.
In her year as district attorney, Beth Hers has prosecuted several high-profile teen violence cases and handled hundreds more, ranging from assaults to burglaries.
I don't want to see them in the courthouse at all. I'd rather see them in school and see them thriving in school.
After years of work to reduce Erie's teen violence rates, the isolation of the pandemic slowed and in some cases reversed that progress. An unavoidable challenge that changed the lives of all children, especially those desperate for senses of normalcy and belonging.
Their stability, their routine, every day going to school, being with their peers, being with individuals that, cared for them and taught them and led them, they're pulled from that.
Now the work of rebuilding that culture of caring begins. Although much of the youth violence in our area happens outside of school, both the district attorney's office and the United Way say school is perhaps the best spot to start addressing the root causes.
We want our kids in school because when they're in school, we know that they're in a safe environment. So we want to get our truancy numbers down, which they are going down. We want to get our chronic absenteeism going down as well. We want to keep the kids in the school as long as we can.
But fully addressing teen violence, leaders say, requires participation from parents and community members. Schools offer tools for success, but a foundation must be built at home.
The family involvement is so important for these kids. I mean, that sets a tone, and when they have a good environment at home, when their parents or caregivers feel that the school is supportive and that they can go to the school for assistance themselves, that's when you see the change in the culture.
A Herculean task, but one critical to the future of the Erie area. Couple quick points about that. Obviously, the gun violence among teens is what gets the headlines, understandably so, but there's so much more going on. Fights in school, fights outside of school, aggravated assaults, burglaries. Those don't necessarily get the headlines, but teen violence has really spiked recently, and the pandemic just caused such huge problems. You'd have parents going off to work, kids are left at home alone. They don't have that sense of security and belonging, that sense of place that school offers. And the end result was a lot of great work that had been done, kind of got knocked out. And all right, we've still got a base, so now you work to rebuild because it is a huge issue, and you don't want to see a young person's life torpedoed as a teenager.
No, not at all. Restructuring, and definitely a good thing that our local leaders are sitting down to talk about how to move forward from here.
That's the future of Erie County.
The problem. Yep.